Hello guys, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to show you how to use the push button with the Arduino. And so in this case we're going to be building a project. When we press the button, the LED will turn on. And so in this case we are not using a pull up or pull down resistor to use the button because we're going to activate a pull up resistor in the Arduino. And so we won't need to incorporate a pull up or pull down resistor in our circuit here. So all we do is we just connect one side of the button to pin 12 and the other side to ground. That's all we need to do to use the button. Now, with connecting the button, there are some things you need to know. And this terminal and this terminal are both connected. So if you would connect the ground to over here, then you would basically short circuit the circuit. But if you connect the one side of the circuit to this side and the other pin to this side, then it won't be connected. And in this case, how you can figure out which pins are connected to which is basically how the pins are laid out. So the pins that are both connected closer to each other are both not connected. So they are not connected. But these pins right here, as you can see, they're a little bit farther away from each other than here. These pins are connected. So these two pins are connected and these two pins are connected. Okay? But these two pins right here are not connected to these two pins. Okay, they're only connected when you press the button. And so here with the LED, we have the anode side connected to a 330 ohm resistor. This resistor could be anywhere in between 220 ohms up to 470 ohms. And then the outside of this resistor is connected to pin 13. And then right here, the cathode is connected to G&D on the Arduino. And so basically that is the circuit. Go ahead and set it up, and then we'll go over to the code. Okay, so now here is the code for our project, and so the first thing we do here is we define some pin numbers, and so we're basically just putting our pin numbers into variables, and so the value 13, which represents pin 13, is going to be put into the variable LED. And then we put the value pin 12, which represents the pin 12, and we're going to put that into the variable button. So then we have int button val. This is going to be holding the value that we get from our button. And so basically, this can be holding a value of a 0 or 1. When it is receiving a 1, then that means the button is not being pressed. When it's receiving a 0, that means the button is being pressed. So then we come into the void setup, and we do pin mode LED. So basically, we're just setting up the LED, and it's going to be an output. So we're just basically saying that pin 13, which is connected to the inner side of the LED, is going to be an output. Then we have pin mode button, which is holding the value 12, and that's going to be an input. So we're going to be reading the value from the button. And then we have underscore pull up. So basically we're just telling it that this pin is going to be an input, and also we want to activate the pull up resistor that's on that pin so that we can use the button, because a button needs to pull up or pull down resistor, and so that's why we are activating the pull up resistor. And then we go into the void loop, and we go ahead and do digital read, telling Arduino that we are going to be reading from a digital pin, and then it's going to ask us, okay, well then what pin are we going to be reading this digital from, and this digital signal from? And that is going to be button, which is pin 12. And then whatever value it gets from pin 12, which is going to be either a 1 or a 0, we're going to put that value into button val. And then we go ahead and say if button val, basically saying if button val is true or false. So in this case, 1 and 0 can also mean true and false. So if button val equals 1, that means it's true, and then that means that we'll go into this if statement. But if it's 0, that means it's false, and we'll go into this else statement. So whenever the button val is equal to 1, that means we are not pressing the button, and we want to digital write LED, which is pin 13, low. We want to turn the LED off. We don't want the LED on when we're not pressing the button. But when button val is equal to 0, that means the statement is false, and we're going to the else statement. And whenever button val equal to 0, that means we are pressing the button and we want to turn the LED on, which is then we do digital write LED high, basically turning on the LED. And then we just get out of the else statement and we just do this over and over again. So whenever we're pressing the button, the LED will turn on. Whenever we let go of the button, then the LED will turn off. And so basically that is the project, and so now we'll go ahead and see it in action. Okay, so now here is the project, and as you can see we have our button and our LED right here, and when I press the button, the LED turns on. When I let it go, the LED turns off, and so you can just turn on and off and so on. And so basically that is the project. If you like this video, consider giving this video a like. Also comment down below if you have any questions. Consider subscribing and want to see more videos like this. Thank you all and have a great day. Bye.